mind right and make this work. Let's go to work. Come on. Everything you got, last round. Everything you got. Go get it, go get it.
Welcome to Grand Canyon University for Game 2 of today's doubleheader as the Princeton Tigers take on your Grand Canyon University Lopes. I'm Philip Katafmo alongside JP Sarr, and the Lopes are looking to get the bats going after a relatively quiet first game and a 10-1 loss to South Dakota.
Yeah, the bats weren't looking alive, and neither was Bobo Bocage, but Lopes are looking to turn it around here, and it's good that they have back-to-back games. They can just flush that one down the toilet real quick and get back to action here, and Alexa Coons will be in the circle for them.
Yeah, Alexa Coons getting the start for GCU. Lexi, the freshman, getting her start here against the Princeton Tigers. We'll go around the diamond for you as we get ready to get started. At catcher, Kenzie Hill, and at third base, Sierra Smith, shortstop, Shay Smith. Second base, Lorianne Olson. First base, Bianca Bowling. In the outfield, in left field for GCU, Maddie Dowdle. In center field, Lainey Gomez. In right field, Taylor Kay. And, of course, JP, you just said it, in the circle, Lexi Coons.
Yeah, she's got the best record out of any of the Lopes pitchers, 4-1. She also has the lowest ERA, 3.62. So she's really going to need to get the Lopes back on the right foot.
Yeah, a strong performance from Alexa Coons could really lead to GCU having a great day in terms of the bats, getting some runs on the board for her. Her last outing, of course, against, I believe it was Niagara, against Niagara. She was working with an 8-run lead in the first inning, got her confidence up quickly, but JP, last tournament, GCU put up in total the entire tournament 60 runs. Today they've only got 1.
Yeah, the bats were alive last weekend here in this beautiful GCU softball stadium in the Lopes Up Class, or in the Purple Classic, and now in the Lopes Up Classic they haven't found their bats yet. Only 6 hits in that first game against South Dakota. They couldn't really find a rhythm on both sides. They had a lot of errors on the fielding side of the ball, and they couldn't really get the bats going. Hopefully they can turn that around here against Princeton Tigers. 6
hits on 22 at-bats with only 1 RBI coming from Lainey Gomez, the center fielder. And you said it, JP, the Lopes are going to need the bats going. They have a very strong possibility here to start out quickly against the freshman, Allie Reynolds, for the Coach Pearson, the Princeton Tigers. And we should be in for a very, very fun game. Leading off for the Princeton Tigers is Megan Donahue. Donahue last time against UNLV earlier today, she was 1 for 3 with a strikeout. So start out early, get some runs on the board. JP, any final tidbits before we get underway?
Well, you want to continue this Lopes Up Purple Classic, and they really need a turnaround game here. This is important. Coach Pearson, I saw Coach Pearson talking with their assistant coaches out there for quite a bit. We were eating a little food in between the games, and they were really having some serious conversations trying to figure out a way to turn things around after that poor performance last game, and they made a couple lineup switches and whatnot.
Yeah, definitely changing up the lineup a little bit. Lorianne Olson moving into the leadoff spot, originally held by Shay Smith, changing some things up. Then you've got Sierra Smith, Lainey Gomez, bringing back Nikki Gonzalez into the lineup for this game, the big power bat, usually the designated player. Nikki can also play some catcher. She played catcher last weekend. Bianca Bowling, Maddie Dowdle, Kenzie Hill, and Taylor Kay. A lot of speed, of course, for the GCU team, and it's all led off by Lorianne Olson.
Olson, first time in the leadoff role. Normally that's designated for Shay Smith, but moving Shay back a bat, putting her right next to her sister, Sierra, moving up to the third spot, number 3. And hopefully that can change things up, mix it up for the Lopes, maybe get them a little different chemistry there. And another key thing is they're just going to have to be real focused on the defensive side. We saw Shay Smith kind of have a tough ground ball play early in that 4th inning last game, and it went on to 10 consecutive runs for South Dakota, and they were able to mercy rule them just in the 5th inning. I'm sure the Lopes not only want to win this game, but definitely want to play a complete game here.
Yeah, definitely want to get all 7 innings in today, or maybe even on our side, end it early, but yeah, get the game going quickly. Coach Pearson has a very big thing going for her, which means that she can change up the lineup as much as she wants and still have as much production as she does if she leaves the lineup, you know, as she usually does with Shay Smith leading off. But now you see Lorianne Olson getting the opportunity to lead off, and well, we'll see what it does for him.
Lopes in the all-white, Princeton in the orange and black. This is only Princeton's 2nd game of the year. They've coming from New Jersey. The weather's not as great, so maybe had a couple games postponed or canceled, but
possibly.
This is their second game of the year. They played it earlier today, 11:30 a.m. start time. They lost to UNLV 7-1, and they're also hoping to get back on a good note here in this game against GCU.
Coons starting out the game with a strike. So Lexi Coons, the freshman, getting the start for GCU. 4-1 so far on the season against Megan Donahue, who last game against UNLV, like I said earlier, 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Second pitch on the way. A little high for ball 2. One and one on the way from Coons. Outside for ball 2.
One thing we were talking about last game with Paul Dan, who's our new commentator here for GCU TV, but one thing we were talking about was the Lopes pitchers really need to get ahead in the count. That's one thing Valencia struggled to do when she came in, and Bobo in that 4th inning while she was there. She was playing very well, pitching very well through the first 3 innings. And
2-1 lined over Shea Smith's head, and it'll be a leadoff base hit for Donahue.
We saw it there by Alexa Coons, got behind in the count, forced to play catch-up. That's definitely one thing Coach Pearson is probably telling her pitchers this game is we got to get ahead in the count. That's super important.
Definitely get ahead in the count, start out ahead, and get some quick outs. Up now for the Princeton Tigers, Kaylee Pierce. Pierce last game against UNLV was 0 for 3. And the first pitch to her on the way. Show and bunt. It'll be in there for a strike regardless, so 0-1. So Coons right out the gate gets started off with an 0-1, leads to Donahue getting a hit, and now against Pierce, she goes with the 0-1 count. The 0-1 to Pierce. Showing bunt again. This one will go outside for a ball.
One thing that was a bright note for GCU, Kenzie Hill did a great job behind the plate. She's just able to keep their runners at bay. Only one runner attempted to steal for South Dakota, and she was caught stealing at second. Kenzie Hill did a great job there, gunning her down. So Kenzie Hill is such a solid catcher. She's able to really control the infield.
1-1 fouled off, and yeah, Kenzie Hill, the 5th-year senior for GCU. Of course, she sat out a year when she transferred over from Utah State. So nice to have the veteran presence, especially with the 2 young freshman pitchers. And you could even throw Bobo in there because she's only a sophomore, getting some veteran presence, some really good knowledge from Kenzie Hill, and she's somebody you definitely want to have behind the plate. The 1-2, smacked foul again.
Kylie Pierce, a .298 hitter last year for Princeton. Drove in 6 runs over her junior campaign.
The 1-2. Smack. Smith will pick it up. Throw on to first for out number 1.
Kind of just stopped running. I'm not sure. She had an ankle injury or whatnot, but Kylie Pierce just kind of stopped along the line.
Number 17, Allison Harvey.
Oh, so it is batter's interference. So Donahue will stay at first. Pearson is out, so 1 down regardless, and Allison Harvey will get an opportunity here. The sophomore for the Princeton Tigers, a shortstop today.
Early break for the Lopes. Batter's interference keeps the runner at first. That's definitely a fortunate play. Not sure what she did to get that call, but
First pitch inside for ball 1. Might have hit off her foot, possibly. One ball, 1 strike, runner on first. The 1-0. Line to Coons, off her glove, picked up by Olsen. Throw on to first for out number 2. And Alexa Coons, you see it right there, going to have trouble with the sun early on.
Yeah, she kind of was trying to shield it off and catch it at the same time, and that just missed her glove. Fortunate it didn't leave the outfield. They're able to get 1 out, but the runner does advance to second.
So Donahue will move to second base. 2 down for the Lopes. Kaylee Grant will step in for the Tigers. The first pitch. Grant lines it down the line, foul. Grant last time against UNLV, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk. in her only 2 at-bats. GCU will look to keep her bat quiet, the 0-1. Outside for ball 1.
Kaylee Grant, one of the better hitters for the Tigers last year, hit .310, drove in 26 runs for Princeton. She was definitely one of those key players that you rely to when you got a runner in scoring position, as they do right now.
Lopes trying to get out of this inning with no runs on the board, the 1-1. That one smacked foul. Two down, runner on second, 1-2 count for the Tigers. The pitch on the way. Outside for ball 2. Throw down, and Donahue is safe at second.
Definitely a risky throw by Kenzie Hill. You know, your chances of tagging her out are pretty low, and a risky play, but she got it there. It was a great throw. Lorianne Nelson was able to keep it there.
The 2-2, smacked foul. So Grant battling up there. The 2-2. Outside for ball 3, so the count will go to full. And JP, you talked about it, Alexa Coons making sure that she starts ahead in the count.
She was ahead there.
Yeah, Grant being patient and finding her way to a full count.
But that's what you do. A full count is okay because you're still 1 strike away from getting out. But when you get ahead like Lexi Coons was, you're able to work it there, pitch some pitches, pitch some risky pitches that maybe she'll chase after, and she just hasn't so far. But 3-2, 2 outs, still got a chance.
So Grant fouling that one off, still alive. The 3-2, 2 down. Lopes looking to get out of this inning, the pitch. That one smacked foul again, so Grant extending her at-bat as much as she can. The 3-2. Off speed in the dirt for ball 4, so Grant will get on base with a walk. And the Tigers have 2 on, 2 down.
Fans here at GCU Softball Stadium really wanted that strike. They thought it might have caught the corner of the plate, but as we saw earlier today, this umpire got a small strike zone.
Keely Walsh will step up for the Tigers. The first pitch to her. That one smacked in the air. Coming over to get it. It'll drop in between. Coons the throw to home and the tag. And she is safe. So it falls in between Coons and Bowling. Coons picks it up, throws it home. And Donahue able to score. And the Tigers take a 1-0 lead.
Heads up base running and heads up base coaching by Princeton. Donahue was able to round third. She saw that the infielders were going to have a little bit of a trouble with that pop out, or the little pop fly there in the infield. Donahue did a great job rounding third and scoring that run for Princeton, 1-0.
So Keely Walsh finds herself with an RBI base hit, and Kaylin Waslowski will step up for the Tigers, the right fielder, and we'll have a pinch runner at second, I believe.
Well, Lopes got a big tournament here early this weekend, so they're hoping that maybe Lexi could go the distance here because they used all 3 pitchers in that first game. Don't want to have to go back to them again. You're going to have to start 2 of them tomorrow.
Hill thinking throwing down a second, she'll hold up. That one will go outside for ball 1. The 1-0. In there for strike 1. And what's good, JP, you mentioned, Coach Pearson using her other pitchers last game is what's great about softball is the motion when you throw the ball is much more natural for the arm so that pitchers can go longer and they can pitch consecutive games back to back. So if needed, I believe Coach Pearson won't be afraid to go to the bullpen That one smacked to Shea Smith. Throw to third for the out, and that is how we will end the top of the first. The score, 1-0. We move to the bottom of the first.
Get the best gear to show off your Lope pride. Go to lopeshops.gcu.edu to find everything GCU, from the newest apparel to the coolest accessories. Use promo code GCUTV20 to get 20% off for being a GCU TV viewer. Let's paint the Valley purple. Lopes up. 20% off.
20% off, that's right. It went.
It was 10%, now it's 20%.
Yeah, we're making sure that we get everybody and anybody in a GCU T-shirts and show everyone how great it is here. Because it is pretty great here.
Yeah, if you're coming out for any of these games in this beautiful softball stadium, you're going to want to be wearing something purple.
Definitely want to be wearing something purple. Even if you're visiting.
Yeah, wear something purple.
Yeah, bring some home. So at the bottom of the first, the current score 1-0. Allie Reynolds getting the start for the Princeton Tigers. Her first collegiate start is going on right now. The freshman getting an opportunity for the Tigers. We'll go around the diamond for the Tigers. At catcher, Alex Colon. Third base, Joey Smith. Shortstop, Allison Harvey. Second base, Michaela Blaska. First base, Kaylee Grant. Left field, Megan Donahue. Center field, Kaylee Pierce. And in right field, Caitlin Waslowski. So GCU going to try to do all they can to feed off this pitcher. Allie Reynolds getting her first collegiate start today. And leading off for GCU is the second baseman, Lorianne Olson.
Yeah, Allie Reynolds' first collegiate start, but that does not mean she is inexperienced. She was a three-time all-league winner back in her high school league in Littleton, Colorado. She did it her freshman, junior, and senior year back there. So she's a solid pitcher. She's up to the challenge a lot. Like Lexi Coons, we got a freshman duel today.
The first pitch to Olson. A little high for ball one. Olson last game against South Dakota, 0 for 3. So she's looking for her first base hit of the tournament. The 1-0 on the way. Inside for ball two. Coach Pearson changing it up a little bit. Usually Shea Smith leads off and Lorianne Olson is in the 2-hole, but this time Lorianne leading off. Things for GCU. Coach Pearson trying to be as versatile as she can. The 2-0. Smacked up the middle. It'll get right past Harvey, and it'll be a base hit for Lorianne Olson. So Olson leads us off with a base hit. And up now the usual leadoff hitter, Shea Smith.
Number 6, Shea Smith.
Yeah, Lorianne Olson, 0 for 3 last game. She scored a run, though. Fielder's choice.
Yeah, Olson came around to be the only run for GCU against South Dakota. Shea Smith stepping in for GCU. First pitch on the way. In there for strike one.
It was a similar situation for the Lopes. Bottom of the first. They just came out, played very strategic softball, and got her around to score a run. The only run they scored.
The 0-1 on the way. Outside for ball one. The 1-1 to Smith. Bunted right to Reynolds. She'll pick it up, throw on to first for out number one, but that will move Lorianne Olson to second base. Up now for GCU, Sierra Smith, the third baseman. Hitting behind her sister. Olson on second, one down. Big opportunity for Sierra Smith to get a run around and tie this one up.
Yeah, part of the little rearranging Ann Pearson did. Smith normally bats in the 4 spot, but moved her up to 3. Now she's got an opportunity to drive in an RBI.
First pitch in there for ball one. Sierra so far in the tournament 1 for 3. So she's looking to get her bat hot again. The 1-0 inside for ball 2. And we know how good GCU's bats can be when they start getting contact on the ball. Last tournament, 60 total runs. One game they scored 16 runs. The 2-0. That one smacked into left field. Coming on to get it and letting it fall into foul territory is Donahue, and the count will move to 2-1. The 2-1. That one in the air. Coming over to get it is Smith for out number 2. Laney Gomez in the cleanup spot, batting 4th today. So far, Laney Gomez 1 for 3. The only one on the stat sheet with an RBI. She got the only run around for GCU last game against South Dakota. And let's see what she can do. 2 down, runner on second. The first pitch. That one smacked foul. The 0-1 on the way. Inside for ball 1. So Reynolds gives off a leadoff single, and so far she's been perfect. 2 straight outs, and a 1-1 count on the way. Smacked right, foul. The 1-2. That one lifted into left field. It'll drop. Coming around to score is Olsen. And Laney Gomez ties the game up 1-1.
Nice pitch, just holding that one off. Count was 2-1. She was able to hold that one off. Great job there. Excuse me, 1-2 count. Into left center. Just deep enough to score the runner.
Just finding the holes. Laney Gomez finding that big gap in the left center field and was enough to score Lorianne Olsen. And let's see if Nikki Gonzalez can bring around Laney Gomez from first base. The first pitch outside for ball 1.
It was almost enough to get her a double. She was making her way there. Throw just got back in time, and she was able to scurry back to first.
Nikki Gonzalez so far 1 for 2 on the day. The 1-0 outside for ball 2. Gonzalez hit an absolute moonshot in the left field last tournament, landed in the Grove. The 2-0. That one into left field. Going back and gone. Nikki Gonzalez crushes a home run in the left field, and the Lopes take the lead.
Little 2-out rally for GCU. Nikki Gonzalez with a big home run right after you said she hit one last week. She does it again. She probably heard you and say, hey, Phil, here's another one. She sends it out to left, and a great job by GCU. Puts them in the lead.
So Nikki Gonzalez crushing one in the left field, and GCU takes the lead 3-1. And this is where what GCU needed. The bats had to come around at some point, and they do. Unfortunately for Allie Reynolds, it's against her, but GCU 3-1 lead, and Bianca Bowling will step in for the Lopes. Nikki Gonzalez. Such power at the plate. A threat every time she steps up, especially when she's got runners in scoring position. And let's see what Bianca Bowling can do for GCU to extend the lead.
Coach Pearson moved around the lineup and seemed to have worked, and that's That's smart because when you move some people up, maybe it gives some fresh blood to the lineup, mixes it up a little. But when you move some people down, maybe light a fire under them, and they're thinking, I'm going to prove you wrong, coach. And Nikki Gonzalez does that. She was moved down in the lineup, and now she hits a home run in her first at-bat in this 4:30 start.
So 1-1 is the count to Bianca Bowling after that home run by Nikki Gonzalez. Still 2 down for the Lopes. The 1-1. That one smacked to second base, picked up by Blaska, and that will be out number 3. But not before Nikki Gonzalez gives the Lopes a 3-1 lead. When we come back, we'll be here for the top of the second. You're watching GCU Softball on GCU TV.
My name is Anthony Perez, and I earned my master's in education at Grand Canyon University. I feel that the degree program at GCU definitely got me ready and prepared to reach both short and long-term goals. It's definitely prepared me to lead my classroom and also be a teacher leader to find innovative ways of solving the problems in education in the state of Arizona. I'm definitely committed to student success, and so I'm very passionate about working with students. What I absolutely love is when they get that spark in their eye and they understand a concept. When I have those moments is making it all worthwhile in everything that I'm doing. Grand Canyon University definitely has a vibrant campus that has many resources that are accessible. I feel that GCU has prepared me to be an agent of change so that way I can support and advocate on behalf of children in the state of Arizona.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Starting here at the top of the second, the Lopes with a 3-1 lead thanks to a home run by Nikki Gonzalez. And leading off for the Princeton Tigers is third baseman Joey Smith. Kuhn still in the circle for GCU. The first pitch in there for strike 1.
Nikki Gonzalez now tied for the home run lead on this GCU squad, tied with Maddie Dowdle.
Yeah, Maddie Dowdle had quite a tournament last weekend. She was seeing the ball real well. The 0-1. High for ball 1. Joey Smith last game against UNLV was used as a pinch runner, so this is her first at-bat of the tournament. Leading off against Lexi Coons, the 1-1. Smacked foul. The 1-2 in the dirt for ball 2. The 2-2. Picked up by Sierra Smith at third. Throw on to first for out number 1. Some quick hands by Sierra Smith over at third base.
Heads up play, hit right to her. She didn't have to move much, and she was able to just pick her glove up, get the ball, fire it over to first.
Alex Colon stepping in for the Tigers. Colon did not play against UNLV, so she's getting her first at-bat. First pitch in there for ball 1. It was Keely Walsh who was catching for the Tigers last game. So now we'll see Colon, her first at-bat. Count goes to 2-0. Coons hoping to make quick work of the Tigers in the top of the second. GCU can get up and get some more runs on the board. In there for strike 1. The 2-1. Outside for ball 3. So Cologne doing a good job battling up there. Lexi Coons up to 29 pitches so far. 1 walk, 2 hits, and only one run. The 3-1. Inside for strike 2. So Coons, just like Cologne battling up there at the plate, Coons doing a good job on the mound to get out of that 3-1 count. The 3-2. Ooh, way inside for ball 4. So Alex Cologne will get on for the Tigers, and Michaela Blaska will step in.
The second baseman, number 8, Michaela Blaska.
So Blaska, another Princeton Tiger who was not playing in the UNLV game, so she'll get her first at-bat of the tournament. With the runner on, 1 down. The first pitch from Coons. Outside for ball 1.
Blaska did play quite a few games last year. Appeared in 35 games. 105 plate appearances. She batted .295, so definitely one of the better hitters for Princeton. Didn't come into play earlier, but she's here now, and she's looking to make a difference.
The 1-0. Outside for ball 2. Kenzie Hill trying to keep Alex Cologne on first, checking down back-to-back pitches so far. She's looked down to first base. Not sure if Cologne has taken a bit too big of a lead for her, but we know Kenzie Hill is not afraid to throw down. The 2-0. That one in there for strike 1. So even when Coons is down in the count, she's able to battle back pretty well.
She's been doing a good job fighting back. She has been falling behind in the last few at-bats. Of course, still early in this game, top second. But she's doing a good job fighting back.
The 2-1. Outside for strike 2.
She does it again here.
Coons hoping for an inning-ending double play. Get out of this one as quickly as possible. The 2-2. Outside for ball 3, so the count will go to full. The 3-2. Smacked foul. So the count full to Blaska. 1 down, runner on first. Coons hoping to get out of this one. Smacked foul again.
Fouled off the umpire's mask.
Blaska's got to make sure that she stays in the box. We know that as a slap hitter, they are allowed to have a little bit of a running start, but they cannot hit the ball out of the box. The 3-2. Swung on and missed for strikeout number 1 for Lexi Coons. And now with 2 down for GCU, the top of the order, Megan Donahue will step in for the Tigers.
Donahue gave the Tigers a leadoff single in the first inning. Came around to score a run.
So Donahue and Walsh, the only 2 with base hits today. And the first pitch on the way, showing bunt. She'll take it. Throw down to first. Oh. So Cologne is safe at first. Very close play. I mean, I'm pretty sure Cologne was tagged out at first, but
I think they called Bianca Bowling on blocking. The runner couldn't get back to the base in time.
So the count goes 0-1, 2 down.
She definitely had her, though.
Oh, she definitely had her for sure. The 0-1. In there for strike 2.
Now this is where Alexa Coons can strive ahead in the count, 0-2, can really paint the corners, try to find some pitches, and force Donahue to chase.
The 0-2 to Donahue. High for ball one. The 1-2. That one's poked foul. So the count remained 1-2, 2 down, runner on first. Coons still looking to get out of this inning with no runs. Carry this lead into the bottom of the second, where hopefully Matty Dowdle can get things going for GCU. The 1-2. In the dirt, blocked by Hill. Cologne will stay at first, and the count will go to 2-2.
Very nice block by Kenzie Hill. So important to do that with 2 outs. Could be a game changer if that runner gets a second.
Not an extensive lead for Alexa Coons. The 2-2 outside for ball 3. And you're right, JP. If Cologne moves to second, that puts her in a run into scoring position, and a ball deep enough should have no issue scoring Cologne and maybe get Donahue over to third. The 2-2. That one foul. So Donahue making the most of her at-bats. Working the count 2-2. Staying alive, getting a couple foul tips. The count is actually 3-2. So the count goes to full. And now we will have a little bit of an umpires meeting.
Could be discussing the count, but I was pretty sure it was at 3-2.
So the count is 2-2. A 2-2 to Donahue. Throw down to second. And they got her. So Kenzie Hill gets the runner out at second, and that is how we will end the top of the second. Moving into the bottom of the second. The score still 3-1.
The annual Run to Fight Children's Cancer is next Saturday, March 10th. Register for the 5K or the 10K online at runtofightcancer.com. All proceeds are donated directly to the Phoenix Children's Hospital and Children's Cancer Network. So yeah, a little confusion there on the count, but nonetheless, they gun down the runner, but Donahue will come back to the plate in the third inning with a fresh count.
Donahue is definitely maybe somebody that the Tigers want leading off. So Reynolds still on the mound for the Tigers, as Matty Dowdle will step in for GCU. Dowdle in that first game 0-2 against South Dakota. Dowdle had a absolute breakout tournament last weekend. She hit, I believe, 4 home runs through the entire tournament. And let's see what she can do against Allie Reynolds.
Lopes up for number 4, Matty Dowdle.
Dowdle went 0 for 1 last game, reached on an error.
First pitch to Dowdle. Outside for ball 1. So we'll see Dowdle, Hill, and Kay this inning. The 1-0. In there for ball 2. That one in the air. That one will go foul. Count will move to 2-1. Reynolds having a little issue seeing because the sun is directly in her eyes. Dowdle lines that one into left field. So Maddie Dowdle will lead things off with a leadoff single.
Number 25.
Maddie Dowdle finding her first base hit of the Dowdle getting on with a single in the Lopes Up Classic. Kenzie Hill will step in for GCU. Hill showing bunt. She'll pull back just in time for ball 1. Hill last game against South Dakota 0-2 with 2 putouts, and you can give her another one today after that throw down to second. The 1-0, Hill showing bunt again, pulls back, and that one will go in for strike 1. The 1-1, outside for ball 2. So Hill working her way to a 2-1 count. No outs. Dowdle on first. Lopes looking to give Lexi Coons as big of a lead as she can. The 2-1. That one in left field, foul. So Hill just a bit early on that one. Two on the way to Hill. That'll go in there for ball 3. So Kenzie Hill working her way to a full count. Taylor Kay waiting on deck. And in the hole, the top of the order, Lorianne Olson. The 3-2. Popped up in the air. Going back on it is Pierce. She should have no trouble. She will make the catch for out number 1.
Great at bat for Kenzie Hill, though. Really fought in that count, stayed in there. Worked Allie Reynolds' pitch count way up.
So Reynolds' pitch count will go to 30 as Taylor Kay will step in for GCU. Kay no hits so far in her only at bat against South Dakota. Kay drops the bunt foul. So Kay, another slap hitter. Got some speed at the bottom of the order for Coach Pearson. Then you go right back to usually Shea Smith, but today Lorianne Olson, another slap hitter. A lot of speed in this lineup, especially at the top of the order.
That's definitely one of GCU's threats they rely on. They have a lot of stolen bases.
That one right over the head. It'll fall for a base hit. Dowdle will stay at second, and Taylor Kay finds herself with a base hit. So the inning will continue for Allie Reynolds with 1 down, and Lorianne Olson will step in.
Second baseman, number 21, Lorianne Olson.
So runners on first and second for the Lopes. We do have some action in the Princeton bullpen. Caroline Tabor is Warming up in there, the 5'9" sophomore.
Olsen takes the first pitch high for a ball. The 1-0. High again for ball 2. So Caroline Tabor warming up for the Tigers in case Allie Reynolds cannot make it out of this inning. A little bit of a mount visit for Cologne and Reynolds. Try to get on the same page. Olsen with a prime opportunity to extend GCU's lead. The 2-0. In the dirt for ball 3.
This is right where Lorianne Olsen wants to be. Got 2 runners on, one of them in scoring position. You got a 3-0 count. Still want to be pretty conservative, though. You would love to load the bases for Shea Smith.
So Olsen will take that pitch for strike 1. Yeah, most hitters usually not swinging on 3-0 want to make the pitcher pitch to you. And the count will move to 3-1. The 3-1. That one in the air. It will drop and stay fair, but it'll be an out. Some fans not too happy about that call.
Maybe some interference with the catcher. Ann Pearson shakes her head as she walks away. Don't even know if she talked to the umpire, just listened to him and walked away. In that case, the runners would have to go back, but I think they're going to stay.
Not entirely sure where batter's interference was, but that is the call we will deal with. So 2 down for the Lopes. Runners on 3rd and 2nd. Shea Smith awaiting to bat. Her sister Sierra on deck. Here's some more frustration from the fans here in the stands. And I'm kind of right there with him. A little bit of an awkward call.
Definitely tough. I don't know if it was the arm that got in the way or maybe the bat that she left behind. But nonetheless, an out. Runners do advance.
So the first pitch in there for a strike. And Shea Smith will look to continue the inning for GCU after a very interesting sequence of events. The 0-1. High for ball 1. The 1-1. In there for ball 2.
So a tough call against the Lopes, but the runners do advance and give Shea Smith an opportunity. Single to right, could drive in too.
The 2-1. Outside for ball 3. The 3-1. Down the line foul, so the count will go to full 3-2 for Shea Smith. Her sister Sierra waiting on deck. The 3-2. Fouled off again. 3-2 on the way. That one drifted into right field. It will fall for a base hit. Scoring is Dowdle, and so is Kay, and Shea Smith with a two-out, 2-run single.
Yeah, a little bloop out there in right field, and the outfielder had no clue where that ball was coming down. Actually overran it, had to go back to get it.
It was Lasky having to battle the sun out in right field. And Sierra Smith with her sister Shea on first will step in with a 4-run lead. First pitch in there for strike one. Smith will steal, and she is safe. So Shea Smith moving on to second base. And now GCU in a really good opportunity to continue this lead.
4th stolen base of the year for Shea Smith. Only been thrown out on 1 so far.
The 0-1. That one poked to Harvey. The throw over to first. Not in time. Sierra Smith is safe. Runners on third and second for Lainey Gomez.
So Shea steals. Sierra gets an infield single and moves her sister over to third. Chance to put another run on the board for GCU.
So Lainey Gomez last time getting on with a single. First pitch swung on and missed, and Sierra Smith will move to second. So that'll get the runners in better position. I would say take away the double play, but there's already 2 outs.
Smart play by the second baseman to cut that off, but Sierra didn't have the best lead there. I think she almost could have thrown her out. Almost could have tagged her.
Almost. But a heads-up play by Blaska. Second one high for ball 1. Well, the last thing you want is that ball sailing into center field and Shea Smith tagging from third. But Sierra was very close. Possibly could have been out at second. That one popped in the air. Coming over to get it is Joey Smith, and that will be out number 3, and that is how we will end the second inning, but not before GCU gets 2 runs, the score. 5-1, we move to the top of the third. You're watching GCU softball here on GCU TV.
I'm Christian Talon, and I'm earning my bachelor's in information technology at Grand Canyon University. I really wanted to be able to integrate my faith and career, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to go to GCU. One of my favorite ways to do that is by being a part of the life groups on campus. It's a great place to come and study the Bible and have that community experience. Cyber threats are a growing problem for companies and individuals alike. A lot of resources online are under scrutiny of attack. I found it my purpose to try and help businesses and Christian foundations and defend themselves against those attacks. One of the great benefits of going to GCU is that we as students get access to the state-of-the-art IT labs that the university is setting up for us. I really feel like the professors at GCU have invested in me personally. They're always encouraging and providing me with the resources to further my own education and really just grow my interest and passion for technology.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/IT.
Megan Donahue leading off for the Princeton Tigers. The score 5-1 after some good offense for GCU. Alexa Coons working with a 4-run lead in the top of the third. The first pitch to Donahue. Outside for ball 1.
Donahue was left at the plate in the second inning when Alex Cologne got caught stealing.
Yeah, great throwdown by Kenzie Hill to get Cologne out at second to end the top of the second. That one outside for ball 2. Just missing the spot is Lexi Coons. The 2-0. In there for strike 1. The 2-1 to Donahue. Little liner to Olsen. The throw on to first. And they got her for out number 1.
Great play by Olsen, bowling that Ball was pretty close to bowling. She could have been tempted to go grab it herself, but waited for Olsen. A little flip. Gets first out.
So a quick out for GCU, and Kylie Pierce will step in for the Tigers, so far hitless, and her only at-bat. The first pitch to Pierce. In there for strike one.
Home plate umpire Robert Huff called her out on batter's interference. Loves to call those batter interference calls.
That one back to Olsen again. The throw on the first for out number 2. So Lorianne Olsen making quick work of the Tigers with 2 quick outs.
Back-to-back 3-2 outs.
Number 17, Allison Harvey.
So Allison Harvey will now come in for the Tigers to look to extend the inning. So far she is hitless. And if the trend is going that way, it seems like Lorianne Olsen should have no issue making the third out. The first pitch. Inside for ball 1. Nikki Gonzalez will lead off the bottom of the third. That one lined, picked up by Smith. Throw on to first. Long throw, great dig by Bianca Bowling, and that'll be out number 3. So 1-2-3 for the GCU Lopes as we move to the bottom of the third. The score 5-1.
You're invited to the WAC tournament at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. Catch all 14 games March 7th to 10. Tickets are available at gculopes.com. Exciting time for the men's basketball team and women's basketball team.
Yeah, both teams with good positioning so far for the WAC tournament for basketball.
Men's team's fighting to move up. Of course, New Mexico State's already locked up that first seed, but Lopes can move up anywhere between 5 and 2.
Yeah, GCU will look to end the season with a win against CSU Bakersfield. That'll be tomorrow. Josh Braun's last game, possibly Casey Benson's last game. Keontae Vernon.
For sure their last game at home.
Definitely their last game at home. But moving on to this home game, the Lopes currently up 5-1. Reynolds still on the mound for the Princeton Tigers. Nikki Gonzalez will lead us off. Hit a home run last at-bat,
Leading off the bottom of the third for GCU.
giving GCU the 3-1 lead
26.
in the first inning. So Nikki Gonzalez looking to stay hot against Reynolds here in the bottom of the third. The first pitch outside for ball 1. The 1-0. Gonzalez laying off that one, but it's in there for a strike. The 1-1. That one into left field, but it'll go foul. So Nikki Gonzalez, a good turn on that one.
Got a hold of that one just a little early.
Yeah, Gonzalez. You get her just a little out in front on that one, but and that one stayed fair. That one would have been gone again. The 1-2 to Gonzalez. In the dirt for ball 2. The 2-2 to Gonzalez. Turned on it again, but it'll go way foul.
She's really swinging for the fences here.
Yeah. Well, you get anything over the plate, and Gonzalez will drive it into the outfield. Gonzalez protecting at the plate, moving the count 2-2. The pitch. In the dirt for ball 3. So the count goes to full for Gonzalez. The 3-2. Fouled off again.
Staying alive.
This count will stay full for Nikki Gonzalez. Leadoff hitter for GCU in this inning. Score still 5-1, no outs. The 3-2. Down the line, picked up by Smith. Throw on to first in time for out number 1.
Great play by Smith out there on third. Took kind of a funny bounce, and she adjusted pretty nicely and got it over to first.
Now up for GCU, number 8, Bianca Bowling. Bowling had a ground out in her first at bat. And with one down, first pitch. Outside for ball 1. The 1-0 to Bowling. That one popped in the air. It should go, and it will go foul. The 1-1. Ground ball. Harvey picks it up. Throw on to first in time for out number 2. So 2 quick outs for Allie Reynolds. And Maddie Dowdle will look to extend the inning with 2 outs.
Back-to-back groundouts is not what the Lopes were looking for here in this third inning, but they have comfortable lead. And if Alexa Coons keeps pitching the way she is, they should be okay and be able to hold on to this. But the 4th inning last game is where it all went wrong.
First pitch high. So Dowdle finding herself with a base hit last inning. Eventually came around to score. Extend the lead for GCU last inning. The 1-0 to Dowdle. Outside for ball 2. So 2-0 to Dowdle. 2 outs. Pitch on the way. That one in the air. Going back on it is Donahue. She will make the catch for out number 3. So Dowdle gets a good rip on one, just not far enough. And that is how we will end the 3rd inning. The score still 5-1. We move to the top of the 4th. You're watching GCU softball here on GCU TV.
GCU is the university that never sleeps, moving at the speed of light, so we can give our students the competitive edge they need to succeed. And now, GCU is leading in the areas of computer science and IT. We prepare students to meet the demands of the fastest growing industry through our innovative IT programs in our College of Science, Engineering, and Technology. Using the latest real-world tools and an adaptive curriculum, GCU gives students the education they need today to excel in their careers tomorrow. Join the most inventive concept in education right now and position yourself for a future in the expanding world of IT. GCU offers fast-track options with courses in cybersecurity, cloud computing, systems architecture, and business analytics. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/IT.
At the top of the 4th, the score is still 5-1 for GCU. Leading off for the Princeton Tigers is Kaylee Grant. Grant last time got a walk. Eventually got stranded at second base in her first at-bat. Lexi Coons still on the mound for GCU. 1 strikeout, 1 run, 2 walks on 58 pitches.
She's doing a great job. Only allowed 2 hits so far through 3 innings. Keeping it up for the Lopes is key. She's got to stay focused.
That first pitch in the dirt. Great dig by A great block by Kenzie Hill back there.
This is where Bubba kind of went way wire last game. Fell behind the count pretty much every at bat in this 4th inning. She was unable to fight back. Hopefully Lexi can do it different.
That one in there for strike 1. The 1-1 to Grant. High for ball 2. The 2-1. That one smacked foul. So the count will go to 2-2, no outs. Grant looking to get things going for the Tigers. Lexi Coons hoping for another quick inning. They can move into the bottom of the 4th, get some more runs on the board, and give Lexi a more comfortable lead. The 2-2. In the dirt, another good dig by Kenzie Hill, and the count will go to full. The 3-2. In the air, Sierra Smith will make the easy catch for out number 1.
Easy first out, forced to pop out. Great job by Alex Coons. Getting the crowd involved as well. We got a good crowd out here today.
A lot of fans coming out on a Friday evening.
A beautiful Friday evening.
Very beautiful Friday evening. Not too cold like it was last weekend.
Windy and cold.
Oh, yeah.
It is about as perfect as you can ask for.
So that one eats up Bianca Bowling at first base, and Keely Walsh will find herself with a base hit. First pitch swinging. That one rolls right up and eats Bianca Bowling at first base. So Walsh is on first. And Caitlin Waslowski will step in.
Right fielder, number 4, Caitlin Waslowski.
Pinch runner for the Princeton Tigers. Anyone see the number on the pinch? So it will be number 5, Hannah Lutz.
Number 5, Hannah Lutz.
Freshman out of Carlsbad, California. Going cross country to attend Princeton.
And Lutz was a pinch runner last game. GCU still an opportunity to get out of this inning. The first pitch to Waslowski. Outside for ball 1. The 1-0. Throw down to first, and she's in there, just barely beating it at first base on a strike by Coons.
Boy, was that a good throw by Kenzie Hill. She really thought she had her at first, and it was a close play.
Very close play from Kenzie Hill. Could have gone either way, in my opinion. The 1-1. Waslowski will put back, throw down again. Hill making sure that Lutz knows she's not afraid to throw down to first as she takes that big lead again. And the same thing happened with Alex Colon. We had that very close play at first, and Colon started to shorten up her lead after the pitch. The 2-1. Outside ball 3. So Waslowski making a punt. Try to take away the double play. The 3-1. Smack foul. That was a pitch to just fight to stay alive. Waslowski knew she wasn't going to hit that one, knew she wasn't going to keep that in play, but had to make contact to stay alive. So the count will go to full with 1 down. Lutz at first, Waslowski Lasky still at the plate. And Kenzie Hill will call time to go top 2 Alexis Coons. JD, what do you think Kenzie Hill is telling Alexis Coons right now?
You just gotta stay ahead of the count, stay aggressive, find the strike zone.
The 3-2. Bunted down, foul, so a little bit of a slap.
Kenzie Hill went out there, really telling her, you gotta force your ground ball here. You are a shortstop or second baseman or third baseman, chance to make that double play at Husky.
And unfortunately, Lasky will find herself with a 1-out walk, so Lutz will move to second. Lasky over to first. And Joey Smith, with 2 runners on, will be a difference maker for the Tigers.
Joey Smith led off in the second inning for the Tigers. She grounded out.
First pitch in there. Ball on, throw down to second. Who almost got it, comes out of the glove of Lori Olsen, but Kenzie Hill not afraid to throw down anywhere. The 1-0. Smith, liner to Smith. So Joey Smith and with Sierra Smith.
We were talking about that before. Joey Smith plays third, Sierra Smith plays third, Shea Smith plays shortstop. Smith's everywhere.
And Smith's dominating left side of the infield. Of course, no relation to the Smith sisters. And that we know of. They could be cousins, I doubt it. The 1-1. That one in the air, foul. Almost hits our field like. So the count will go to 1-2, 1 out. The 1-2. Popped up in the air. Coming over to get it is Bowling. She will make the out for number 2. The throw over to third, and Lutz will stay at second. And now with 2 runners on, GCU's got 2 outs.
Lutz wanted to tag up there. It looked like she was gonna, but I think she was just testing Bowling, making her throw open for an error.
So Alex Colon will step in now for the Tigers. Last time at bat, she was walked. The first pitch to Colon. In there for strike 1. The 0-1. Check swing. They will appeal, and she did not go. So the count goes to 1-1, 2 down. Runner still at second and first. The 1-1. Swung on and is for strike 2.
That was a big pitch, great pitch by Lexi Coons. Gets ahead of the count, and she stayed aggressive. Kept on the inside of the plate. Throw there again.
The 1-2. Popped up in the air, coming over to get it is Sierra Smith. She will make the catch for out number 3. So the Tigers lead 2 on the base paths. The score still 5-1 as we move to the GCU part of the 4th.
Support the dance department at the Spring Student Spotlight Dance Concert. Enjoy inspirational choreography performed by GCU students. Celebrate the arts March 13th and 14th in Thunderground.
So if sports are not technically your thing, definitely go check out the inspirational dance by the Spring Student Spotlight.
Sounds like a good time. We're having a good time here. Lopes lead by 4. Moving to the bottom of the 4th.
Yes, that's right, JP. We are at the bottom of the 4th. You see with a 4-run lead in the 4th. How about that? 2 4s. So Reynolds staying on the mound for the Tigers after a quick 3rd inning. GCU looking to extend their lead as Kenzie Hill gets things going. Kenzie flew out last inning. See what Kenzie Hill can do in her second opportunity at the plate. So far over 1. She'll show one early. Pull back. First pitch. Down for ball.
Number 20, Taylor.
So Taylor Kay will come up for the GCU Lopes with 1 down. She got a base hit last inning. First pitch to Kay. She shows bunt, pulls back, in there for ball 1. The 1-0. Kay swings at that one and it goes foul. The 1-1. Kay shows bunt. Right back. Picked up by Smith. Throw on to first. Not in time. And Taylor Kay gets on the board. Gets on the bag with 1 out.
Number 21, Lorianne.
So Lorianne Olson, the top of the order for GCU with 1 out. Taylor Kay on first base. GCU looking to add to this lead.
Sorry about any technical difficulties we've been having with our audio. Should be back up and running. But Taylor Kay does a great job getting to first, running out that throw.
The 1-0. In there for strike 1. The 1-1 to Olson. Up high for ball 2. So the count goes to 2-1, 1 down. Kay still on first base. The 2-1. Popped up in the air. Going back on it is Cologne. She will make the grab for out number 2. So after a leadoff base hit, Allie Reynolds gets Kenzie Hill and Lorianne Olson. Now Shea Smith will step in.
Shortstop, number 6, Shea Smith.
First pitch high to Smith. She is 1 for 2 with a hit, 2 RBIs. The 1-0. Smith, that one into left field. There is to make the catch is Donahue. And that is how we will end the 4th inning. The score still 5-1. GCU Strands 1. We go to the top of the 5th. You're watching GCU Southball here on GCU TV.
GCU offers more than 200 innovative programs across 9 colleges, which now include cutting-edge next-generation programs in engineering, computer science, and information technology. Grand Canyon University, the quality of a private Christian education, the affordability of a state university. Visit gcu.edu.
Hello, Phoenix. This is Jerry Colangelo from Grand Canyon University. You can join the GCU community by enrolling as an evening student at our beautiful campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors and get the support you need to excel. I look forward to seeing you on campus.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
We get the top of the 5th going here at GCU Stadium. The score 5-1. GCU still leading. Lexi Kuhn still on the mound for the Lopes. Tigers looking to get some runs on the board. The first pitch outside for ball 1. So Michaela Blaska leading off for the Tigers so far. She was a strikeout victim. And her only at-bat today. Coons, the 1-0. Soft liner to Bianca Bowling for out number 1. So very easy ground ball out for Bianca Bowling, and well, that's how we get the 5th going.
She let a ground ball just like that one. A little harder to get by her last inning, but she was focusing that time and got it. Put her foot on the bag, 1 out.
Megan Donahue, the top of the order for the Tigers. Showing bunt pulls back for ball 1. She had a base hit in the first and then a ground out in the third. So 1 for 2. Eventually came around to score in the first inning. The only run so far for the Tigers. The 1-0 outside in the dirt for ball 2. The 2-0. Ooh. It will hit Donahue, so Donahue will make her way to first base. Thankfully for her, she's got on that elbow guard.
I think it hit right on it, too. It made a loud sound. It didn't look like it hit the bat.
You can almost
I don't know if
give her a base hit because of how hard it hit off her,
yeah, I think the
umpire
was double checking. Maybe it hit the knob of the bat, but it didn't hit her elbow guard. That made a loud.
So Kaylee Pierce, 0 for 2 so far. With 1 down, takes the first pitch for a ball. One out, runner on first. The 1-0. In the dirt again for ball 2. So Kenzie Hill will go out to talk to Lexi Coons. Entire infield going over to talk to the young pitcher. Probably telling her to settle down, throw her pitches. She's got a great defense behind her. 1 down, double play opportunity for the Lopes. See if they can get out of this inning. Go up and
down 2-0. Got to find a couple pitches to get back in this count. Just want to be on the same page as your catcher, and it's easier to do that with words than it is with symbols, signals.
That one goes foul. A 2-1 to Pierce. That one goes foul again, so the count moves to 2-2, 1 down. Donahue on first. The 2-2. Ground ball to Olson. Olson will just go to first, and that will be out number 2.
Great job by Coons right after that mound visit. They did a nice job, settled things down.
So it'll be batter's interference again.
This umpire loves calling those batter interferences.
So Donahue will stay at first, and Allison Harvey will step up for the Tigers. 2 down. Runner on first. The pitch. High for ball 1.
It's an interesting batter's interference call because catcher wasn't really going to make a play on that ball.
The 1-0. Throw over to first. Donahue's in there safe.
But apparently they're cracking down on that this year. The Umpires Association really wants to limit that. Give the catchers all the room they can get.
With a ground ball to second, definitely want to make sure the...
Hey, man.
The 2-0. Ground ball foul. So the count goes to 2-1, 2 outs. Runner still on first for the Tigers after that batter's interference. The 2-1. Swung on and foul. Or no tip, just pass ball. So Donahue will move from first to second after that pass ball on Kenzie Hill.
Donahue's been running the bases really well. She had that great play early on, the top of the first, to give them their 1 run where she ran through third. Very aggressive running, and then she does that one there, gets the second.
The 2-2.
Scoring position with 2 outs.
Popped up in the air. Sierra Smith is there. And she will make the catch for the final out. We move to the bottom of the 5th. The score is still 5-1.
GCU TV's latest series is here to answer your questions. Watch new episodes of Ask GCU every week on youtube.com/GCU and tweet all your GCU related questions to Ask GCU to get your question featured. What a great series we have going on here at GCU TV. Our co-workers across the hall putting together something special.
Yeah, GCU is a lot of fun to watch, very informative for anybody coming to or currently living on campus here at GCU. Gives you a little more insight, answers a few questions. You can, like JP said, you can tweet your question, hashtag AskGCU, and maybe your question will be featured in the next episode. You got any burning questions, JP?
I do not.
I've got one. Are the Lopes going to get some more runs here?
We'll find out.
Bottom of the 5th, Sierra Smith will lead off for the Lopes. A single and a pop-up for Sierra Smith.
So Alexa Coons is out dueling Allie Reynolds so far in the freshman battle, but she has more pitches, 95 pitches. Of course, she's pitched half an inning extra, but Allie Reynolds only 74 pitches so far. Still going strong. We saw a pitcher warming up in the bullpen earlier for Princeton. No action there now. 5 earned runs for Reynolds.
And it doesn't even stop for Lexi Coons. She's in the bullpen right now, warming up.
Workhorse.
Yeah, exactly.
95 pitches and then some.
The 0-1. That one into left field. It'll fall. And Sierra Smith finds herself with a leadoff single.
Great hit by Sierra Smith. So skilled with the bat. She's able to just kind of almost steer exactly where she wants the ball to go. She knows what pitches are coming. She knows exactly what to do and puts it right where she wants to.
That one a soft bunt, foul.
That one was close. Fans got a little excited, yelled beautiful, a little premature. just rolled over the line.
So it will go foul. The count will go to 0-1 for Lainey Gomez. Gomez with an RBI in the first inning. The 0-1. Fouled off again.
Gomez getting real aggressive, falling behind here. 0-2 early on. Reynolds is going to get very aggressive right back.
The 0-2. Outside for ball one. That one in the air. Waslowski making the catch, throw on a first. Double play for the Tigers. A heads-up play by Kaylin Waslowski out in right field, and she gets Sierra Smith.
Sierra Smith got real aggressive with that base running. Thought that was going to drop in for a little bloop single, but it does not. And she gets thrown out at first.
So Nikki Gonzalez, with 2 outs, takes the first pitch in there for a ball. Gonzalez, of course, having the home run in her first at-bat in the first inning. Second pitch inside for strike one. And Gonzalez grounding out in third, in the third. That one in the air. No problem for Harvey, and that is how we will end the fifth. So GCU still holds on to their commanding 4-run lead as we move to the top of the sixth. The score is still 5-1. You're watching GCU softball here on GCU TV.
I'm so lost.
Earning your RN to BSN degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. Finding your purpose takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience delivering our accredited RN to BSN program 100% online. Graduate in as few as 16 months, learning from full-time practicing nurse faculty in small classes. Integrate your education with your faith and Christian worldview.
Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Finding the right college isn't always simple. The choices I make today affect where I'll be tomorrow. That's why I chose Grand Canyon University. Here I'm working toward a greater purpose and a place that feels like home. With scholarships to help me earn my degree, I can graduate in less than 4 years. By attending GCU, Arizona's premier private Christian university, I know I'm not just making the right choice, I'm making the smart choice.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
A pinch hitter to lead off the top of the sixth for the Princeton Tigers, Alex Viscusi. She'll take the first pitch in there for a ball.
Pinch hitting in the 4 spot for Kaylee Grant.
Viscusi 0 for 2 in her only game against UNLV today. Second pitch outside for a ball.
She was a 189 batter last year. Played in most of Princeton's games. She had 4 home runs throughout the year. Drove in 15 runs.
The 2-0. Picked up by Sierra Smith. Throw on to first, and that will be out number 1.
Great play by Alex Coons. Talk about her pitch count, already at 95 pitches coming into this inning. She was warming up in between innings. No time off for her. Really trying to dial in her game, getting ready to go, and I think we're going to see another pinch hitter.
Yes, we are. We're going to get Gianna Mavica. Mavica coming in to pinch hit.
Now batting, number 7, Gianna Mavica.
5'6" freshman playing in the outfield.
Yeah, Mavica getting her opportunity today. I do not believe she played against UNLV. and she did not. So this is her first at-bat of the tournament. Takes the first pitch in there for a strike.
This is her first at-bat as a Tiger.
Oh, her first collegiate at-bat. So we got Allie Reynolds making her debut, and now Gianna Mavica making hers. The 0-1. Right to Coons with a great grab for out number 2. So Coons making quick work of the Tigers, and with 2 down, Tigers are starting to slow down a bit after that first inning. Caitlin Waslowski stepping up now for the Tigers. Also 0 for 2 with a walk. Or I'm sorry, 0 for 1 with a walk. She had a fielder's choice in the first inning. First pitch outside for ball 1. So Coons, 1 strikeout, 1 earned run, 2 hits. She has now hit 100 pitches for today. The 1-0. Ground ball to Shea Smith. Throw on to first. A 1-2-3 inning for the Lopes. They will go into the bottom of the 6th with a 5-1 lead.
Singer, songwriter, author, and humorist Mark Lowry is coming to the GCU Arena with his newest tour, What's Not to Love? Enjoy a night of music and comedy March 10th. Tickets are available at gcuarena.com. Plenty of events to see at GCU Arena.
A lot of events that aren't just basketball, I'll tell you what. A lot of fun things going on. We had we had Adam Carolla here not too long ago. Harlem Globetrotters, yeah. Exactly.
They put on a lot of good events there, especially basketball.
Oh, we had TEDx as well.
TEDx was a fun one, too. That was completely student-led. I heard that one was a blast. It went off very smoothly.
Yeah, TEDx, the very informative speech series. Had it last year, and then we had it again this year.
So we are going to see some changes in the field. Viscusi just pinched hit. She'll come in at first.
Dox will go to second.
She'll come in for Mavica, who pinched hit.
So Bianca Bowling will lead off for GCU. It'll go Bowling, Dowdle, and Hill. That first pitch in the air, going back on it is Pierce. And she will make the out. So 1 down now for GCU. First pitch swinging for Bianca Bowling, and Maddie Dowdle will hopefully continue things for the Lopes.
Pierce has been following the ball really well. She's been able to track it right off the bat. We've seen people struggle with this sun early on, but she has not had a problem.
Yeah, I feel bad for Caitlin Waslowski. She's still battling the sun out there in right field, but the sun has shifted. The sun off the pitcher's eyes now.
It is almost worse when you have part sun, part shade.
Oh, yeah.
At one time you need your hand up to block the sun, other times you don't, and it could get a little tricky there.
So Maddie Dowdle with a base hit on the day and then a fly out. Dowdle with one in the center field. Pierce again making the grab for out number 2. So 2 straight flyouts out to center field to Kaylee Pierce. And with 2 down, Kenzie Hill will step in for GCU.
Number 25, Kenzie Hill.
Hill 0 for 2 so far in this one. With 2 outs, she will show bunt, try to extend this inning. Get Taylor Kay up and then maybe get the top of the order back for GCU. First pitch in there for ball 1.
Pierce with 4 putouts so far this game, doing a great job. No errors. She's been handling that sun very well.
And ironically, Kenzie Hill has flown out both times to Kaylee Pierce out in center field. That one into left field, foul. A good hit on that one as it just goes a little bit too far left into foul territory, but if that one had stayed fair, definitely extra bases for Kenzie Hill.
Very powerful hit by Kenzie Hill. Was able to pull that one out and left. A lot of power behind that.
The 1-1 in the air, foul. So Hill with a 1-2 count, 2 outs. Ever since the second inning, Reynolds has been pitching very well. I went outside for ball 2. She's really settled down since that second inning. Not allowed, allowed a few hits, but no runs. She's kept GCU quiet for the most part. The 2-2. Hill, ground ball, off the glove of Smith. Hill will make it to first. And GCU have a runner on first base with 2 outs.
Hill does a good job using that power. Hit her glove. Got to first.
Now running for Grand Canyon, number 7, Taylor Tito. Now batting, number 20.
So Taylor Kay with 2 outs and Kenzie Hill on first base. Kay found a base hit in both of her at-bats. First pitch in there for a strike. Looking to make it 3 for 3 for Taylor Kay. And GCU last tournament had a lot of success with the bottom half of their order.
It's one thing that GCU has on other teams is they got a really deep roster, especially with speed as well. Everyone can bat, everyone can run.
The 1-1 pulls back for ball 2. So the count will go to 2-1, 2 outs. Lorianne Olson and the top of the order for GCU. Olson, Smith, Sierra Smith, Lainey Gomez, and Nikki Gonzalez all have hits. The first 5 hitters for GCU. Ground ball over the head of Smith, and Taylor Kay finds herself with another base hit. And a little bit of a 2-out rally for GCU, and Lorianne Olson will look to keep things going.
Nice hit by Taylor Kay, just a little bouncer. Gets it high over the head of the third baseman. Shortstop couldn't get there in time. Good single.
So we will get a pinch hitter. Should be Jordan Keaton.
Pitch hitting for Olsen. Number 22, Jordan.
So Jordan Keaton getting an opportunity for GCU, the sophomore. Had a couple appearances last tournament, came up with some big hits, had a quote-unquote walk-off base hit in one of the games last tournament. So Jordan looking to stay hot. The first pitch in there for ball 1.
Jordan came in last game against South Dakota. Coach Pearson was trying to get some fire to the lineup. One of those later innings, she grounded out to end the inning. I'm sure she'd like to redeem herself. A little 2-out rally. Got runners on. Chance to score.
And the 1-0 popped up in the air to go straight over to where we are.
I wanted to catch that one really bad.
Well,
if we didn't have a roof here, I think I would have caught it.
I think you would have made a play on it too.
Probably the best fielder in this press box. Not to brag.
I mean, I don't know. I'll throw myself up there, to be honest. The 1-1 in the dirt for ball 1. Ball 2. I think the best part of my game, besides sitting on the bench all through high school, was defense.
Pretty solid. It's good attributes.
It's a good attribute.
I'm a
solid role player off the bench when I got in. But anyway, the 2-1 to Keaton. In there for ball 3. (3-1) to Keaton, 2 outs, runner on second. The pitch. In there for strike 2, so the count will go to full.
Full count, 2 outs. Runners are going to go.
3-2. Up the middle. Coming around to score is Kay. And in to score is Taylor Tetone. She pinch ran at second base. And GCU extends their lead with a double by Jordan Keaton.
Great play by Jordan Keaton, pinched hit. Got her moment to shine. Drove in a run.
So Tetone able to score from second base. And GCU with a 5-run lead, and Shea Smith will step up with 2 outs. Smith so far 1 for 2, and she fouls that one off.
Sierra Smith would like to tack on some runs in this inning.
That went in there for ball 1. 1-1 the count. 2 down, runners on third and second.
She is the mercy rule run right now at the plate.
The 1-1. Inside for strike 2. Robert Huff thinking that one a little more inside the home plate umpire. One, 2 on the way. In the dirt for ball 2. So the count will go to 2-2 with 2 down. All 2s on the board for Shea Smith. Two on the way. That one into center field. Pierce with an easy grab out in center field, and the Lopes will strand 2 before scoring 1. The score moves 6-1. GCU with a 5-run lead as we move to the top of the 7th. You're watching GCU softball here on GCU TV.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Joey Smith will get things going for the Tigers in the top of the 7th as Lexi Coons looks to close things out for the Lopes and give them their first win of the Lopes Up Classic. The first pitch to Smith. Bunt down. Coming over to get it is Coons. She will throw on to first, not in time, and Smith will lead off with a base hit.
Important note, no batter's interference there. So she will reach first. No out.
Alex Colon will step in for the Tigers. 0 for 1 so far with a walk.
Only the third hit allowed by Lexi Coons so far.
That one looks like it got off of Colon. So Tigers now with 2 runners on. And we will get a mound visit. I don't believe anyone is warming up in the GCU bullpen.
Yeah, they're going to let her get through this. Already at 104 pitches.
Well,
105 now.
Alex Larson and I were talking about this last weekend with Lexi on the mound, and that you need to give her these opportunities to sort of pitch out of jams, even though she is working with a very hefty lead right now. But let the freshman, give her opportunities to get out of innings when she's in a lot of trouble. she's going to eventually be in these situations where the run is going to be, a lot less, where she might even be down and need to get out.
I think coach is probably just coming out to talk to her and saying, hey, we do have a 5-run lead, but doesn't mean you can slack off. Got to keep throwing strikes in there. Got to keep working hard. Finish this game off on a good note.
So Danielle Docks will step up for the Tigers. That one outside for ball 1. Joey Smith taking a big lead over at second. She was almost about halfway down to third. The 1-0 on the way. Inside for ball 2. So the 2-0 to Docks. That one smacked foul. The count will go to 2-1. So Coons looking to get out of this inning. GCU has pulled off a triple play before.
They have. You called it last weekend.
I did. It was a crazy play against Houston Baptist. Maybe they can do it again. The 2-1.
That would be
swung on and missed for strike 2.
A very nice way to finish this game off.
Yeah, an incredible way to finish this game off.
On a double exclamation point.
Yeah, it was a
should I say triple?
Yeah, ground ball to Smith. She tossed it over to Olsen. They got 2, and then Olsen with a quick turnover to first for a triple play against Houston Baptist. The 2-2. That one in the air. Coming over to get it is Bowling. She will make the catch, and Smith will stay at second for out number 1.
Great at bat by Coons. Just locked in, got her focus back, got an out.
That's exactly what Lexi Coons needed to do. A quick out for GCU is what they needed. And Donahue will look to continue things for the Tigers with 1 out. Runner on second and first. Lexi Coons hoping to get out of this one with another win. First pitch. Outside for ball 1. Donahue, so far 1 for 2. She was hit by a pitch last time. The 1-0. Smacked foul. Got it right off the elbow guard there.
Yeah, it sounded like a big click. Thought maybe it was a foul ball, or I thought hit her in the head. But
yeah, thankfully it didn't.
Fortunately, that's why you wear the elbow pads.
Yeah, got her right in the elbow pad and almost went all the way down to Sierra Smith over at third base. The 1-1. In the dirt. Hill will hold up on the throw. So the count will go to 2-1.
I think Hill knows Smith isn't going anywhere because it's too important of a run if they are thinking about mounting this big old comeback.
And the last thing they need is Hill to sail that one into center field. Now, I know Lainey Gomez has got a great arm out in center field. That one for ball 3. Not a bad spot to miss for Lexi Coons. The 3-1. That one fouled again. So the count will go to full against Donahue with 1 out. Lexi hoping for a quick double play here. End this one and go into tomorrow, splitting the series in their first 2 games. The 3-2. That one in the air. Coming on to get it is Gomez. She'll make the out in center field, and we got 2 down.
Great play by Lainey Gomez, tracking that one down. Running in, I think the whole field is shaded now. No sun to worry about.
So Kylie Pierce 0 for 3 so far with 2 down. She looks to be the last out for the Tigers. The first pitch to Pierce. In the dirt. Picked up by Hill.
The Lopes will play Princeton again at this exact same time tomorrow. Then they play a primetime game against UNLV at 7 o'clock. No primetime game tonight.
Not tonight. Should be a fun one tomorrow. The 1-0. That one in the air. Coming on to get it is Gomez. It'll fall. 1 run will score for the Tigers. The throw to third. They got her out at third. And that is how we will end the game. I believe the run will score. So we will end the game on a great throw from center field by Lainey Gomez. Or by Maddie Dowdle out in right field, or left field. And what a great way to end game 2 as GCU walks away with a rebound win against Princeton, 6-2. JP, who stood out for you today?
Great game by Alex Coons. Went over 100 pitches, over 110 pitches. She had an awesome performance. Allowed 2 runs in the end, got a little shaky in the 7th inning, but she finished the job, closed the deal. Great job by her, bouncing back, giving the Lopes a much-needed W.
The Lopes Up Classic continues all weekend with GCU's next game at 4:30 tomorrow. See the Lopes take on, again, the Princeton Tigers right here on GCU TV. Follow Grand Canyon University on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/GCU. The Lopes get a win, 6-2. We'll be back here tomorrow against the Princeton Tigers. For JP Sarr, for everybody at the GCU TV staff, I'm Philip Catalfamo. We will see you tomorrow for the rest of the Lopes Up Classic. Have a great night. Lopes win, and go Lopes.